Valentine's Day 2006, we spent a few days in Siem Riep.
Hotel in Angkor.
About 1 million tourists visited Siem Riep each year. Most of them arrive in the 2 or 3 months in the winter, and most of them come to see Angkor Wat. We had a local guide, but he was hard to understand.
Right now, the Cambodian people, how come they worship the Hindu god the same that here? So Cambodian anywhere they never care. All the god is good for them.
Mostly Buddhist now.
But exactly, we are the Buddhists, right? We go to the mountain, we worship the god of the mountain. We go to the water, we go just for what? Peaceful for them.
Yeah.
Angkor Wat is the world's largest religious monument ever constructed. The center tower is 65 meters tall. The stones that came into building this temple came from a mountain 50 kilometers away. It took 100,000 people 30 years.
They say that the things that get rubbed are shiniest.
The Hindu very strong religious. Really hard to read all those letters, what the meaning they mean for anything.
The steps in the ruins can be very steep and very narrow. Despite the heat and humidity, thousands and thousands of tourists from all over the world still come and see this 1,000-year-old sandstone Hindu temple. It is supposed to be one of the world wonder. Nearby Angkor Wat is Phnom Ba Keng. Phnom means hill, and we chose to go up this 70-meter hill on the back of an elephant instead of walking.
Excuse me, a leaf. Just look at that. He's the good-looking one.
Okay. Save your film. One of the reasons for coming up this hill is that it affords a very nice view of Angkor Wat. Especially as the sun sets. I hope the sun come out from behind the cloud. I can tell it's on, it's got red light on. I think everyone's going down. Should I put on my flashlight?
Dad and his fashion trends.
Ready to get down, whatever the weather. Angkor means big capital city.
On the right, the faces of the Buddha with mind to show how this art, like kindness, love, styles.
Who's that?
Is it self-focusing or not?
Anh nhờ, cái này làm cái là ở đâu ở đâu? Ở đâu ạ?
The city walls are 3 kilometers long by 3 kilometers wide, and within this city there are several interesting temples and palaces.
Three-headed elephant.
Form of the king. So anything for the king always high place, right? Like that. The same Angkor Wat, the high level that for the royal family and the middle from for the official middle one.
Just 20,000 feet. Ah!
Just put in the front. If you go inside, you will see the concrete. Built by a fence. They use like the, the Barbados method, right? The temple rebuilt that first. Yes, this is by fence. Until 35, finish learning of the Buddhism, and then to be a full monk. You see the fig tree, all the leaves drop down. But now they have the flowers coming a little bit. After the flower have the small fruit, and then have the new leaves coming later. So this tree is very strange. What that? Always the leaf drop all. But other trees still they have, 40 or 50%. Still they leave their leaf over there.
Okay, Josh, pop your head out.
You taking a picture of her?
Yeah, just waiting for these guys to go over. This is a small temple, and it's rarely visited by tourists. It's not in very good shape, but we find it very interesting anyway.
Hello.
We can't remember the name of this temple, and it's not in any guidebooks that we can find. There are several temples like these scattered all over the place. The noise you can hear is some bugs, is insect of some sort.
Is that nice, Josh?
The steps are crooked.
Maybe you went down them crooked.
No, they were crooked.
Yeah.
Palace built in the 10th century before Angkor Wat and Angkor Thom capital.
Oh, yeah?
Right. We call this one Vimien Nagas. Vimien mean that palace, Nagas mean the space of the sky. Exactly, everything for the king always high.
Well, wave goodbye to me.
The guide suggested that the steps up to these palaces are very steep and very narrow to prevent the enemies from rushing up the palaces and surprise the troops. I suspected the Khmer probably have very small feet or something.
Naga. Women Naga. Keep walking, may encounter some strange wildlife here. Yes, two creatures. Are these native Cambodian creatures scrambling up the steps?
We don't have far to go.
Not far to go. They're almost at the top. Up, 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 up.
If you think going up is difficult, I can tell you that coming down is a lot worse. One wrong step and you'll end up at the bottom with a broken leg or worse.
I think they missed a step, Joss.
Le Bayon is a Buddhist temple which rivals Angkor Wat in beauty, if not in scale.
I don't know, she went wandering around in here already.
Angkor in Cambodian, so they have to mix some of that together, not really complete. That they mean that the battle of the religious, Hindu and Buddhist always fight to each other, and maybe that time the priest or some people must die by the religious people too, right? It's really hard to change that, right? So the Bayon temple here, really the center of the Angkor Thom capital, means that symbol lies to the center of the universe. So now we're on the top of the levels. For levels now, it's very good at seeing the faces of the Buddha. I mean the Bodhisattva our location. 54 by 4 faces of the Buddha, about 260 faces of the Buddha. So, I mean that 2 plus 1 and plus 6 is 9.
We're at Pa Prom, which is the Tomb Raider temple.